Firstly, my ABS light is on. And my traction emblem. So what's going on around here? I'm not sure. Gonna see what it's gonna read here. Get my key in ignition. Enter. It says 0 codes found. Located my ABS sensor here. Looks like it has a hex screw on it. Get that out and see what that looks like. I'm gonna spray a little Temp W40 on there. it's really dirty. I think this one's going to be gone. Only way I can get this sensor out was to bust the plastic, but I'm getting a new set. But when I took it out, this was stuck down. This was stuck down inside to the housing, and it came out like this. The wire exposed. But to get that screw out for that hex bolt, just slide this back on here. Do it with one hand. Gotta get it tighter than that. I can fix this until I get my new set. But this little hex bolt there, island, whatever you want to call that, I could not get it out. It's dripped on me. I can't even be able to fit on the socket. Anyway, I found a small socket that was snug. It's actually too big to go over that. I just took and knocked it on with my hammer, and I was able to turn that. But you might want to see if you can replace that or something. Either tap set and put a different type of bolt in there. But I had to tap on this with my hammer to get that to be snug, and I was able to get that out. But I can hack this until I get my new wires. Okay, I got rid of my hex bolting, and I got this one, make it more easier to come out. Just put a piece of transmission hose between there, and got it screwed back down. It's nice and tight. No problem. I could not get this rear hex screw out, so I took my Phillips head screwdriver and split the plastic over the screw. No, light out here. So I took my hammer to split the plastic over the screw, and I was able to maneuver and slide the sensor out. This is the rear. So I have to hack it and get it back on there until I get my new set. But the main thing is getting this out here, so I'm gonna take some pliers or something to see if I can't get that out. Okay, I got my socket wrench over here. Better lighting. over the stuck screw or hex bolt there, and I put my socket in there, and as you can see it's coming out. I turn. Stuck up in there. But I had to split this open the top to get that sensor out, but I can hack it to get it back on till I get my new set. Just going to clean it up and put them back in. Put a different type of bolt in there. Got everything all cleaned up. That's looking good in the rear. The front was really black and gooped up, but the rear looks clean. I sprayed some cleanser up in there, and I got him wiped off. But this is what I've got for the rear. Different head on it, more easier to get it out. From Home Depot. Out the they have a case with the common screw, then common both and metric bolts, and this is what this one is, an MG 1.0 x 35 millimeter, and I'm replacing the hex nut from Home Depot. Got everything back together, nice and tight. Got my new bolt in there. Everything's looking good, and I can just put some. It's nice and tight, but just going to add some glue across there. No big deal, but nothing's moving. Got my sensor cleaned up. I may end up replacing this whole hub, and the sensor comes with it, but for now I'm going to see what happens. Try to get down in there cleaned up best as I can. Just going to put it back and work on the others. I had to get my heavy duty ratchet out with a 34 socket with the adapter. Get this caliber bolts out the back here, and I finish it up with my 3/4 ratchet here. I had to put it behind here, just enough room to maneuver. I kind of pull up on it as I don't. Almost there, and it came in this did. in there. I don't know about this. But I want to find out what's going on with this ABS light. The rest of the two, after all of this work, some of the bolts were rusted, had a hard time getting bolts off, and actually had to wait the next day. I soaked some of the hex screws that were on the sensors, and only one of them actually came out. The front driver's side came out, but the other hex bolts I had to break the plastic and take a small socket to fit over and pound it onto the hex bolt to get it out with a socket pressed on it. It was raining, it was cold, I was tired. This was taking a long time, just getting the caliber bolts off. I was having issues because apparently, well, I haven't checked this braking system. I just had it inspected and the patch and things and driving it. But I knew at some point I was going to have to do this. When ABS light came on, I thought, well, it's time to go out and do this. But after cleaning the sensors and the front passenger side sensor, it that looked like it was a lot of caked up mud inside of the sensor area. I heard you can take some water and flush it out. But after all of this, I put everything back together and drove off, and the lights were still on. The ABS light was still on. The traction light was still on. And I'm hearing this beeping noise when I start my engine. And when I drive off, then it shuts down. When I slow down at a light or start back up, this beeping noise will start back up, and this was beginning to be irritating. So this is phase one. On the ABS light came on, traction light came on, and I thought, well, let me try to clean the sensors and see if that's going to take care of it, and it did not.